Everyone on the internet has seen e-girls. Dyed hair, black-winged eyeliner, usually loves video games and/or alternative, whatever that means, music. Throughout this video, I'll be digging into e-girls and how it relates to feminism, alternative culture, pick-me girls, and Twitch streaming. Why you should listen to me: A, I researched a lot, B, once upon a time I had split dye hair.
1, 2, 3, let's go!
E-girls are one of the many alternative subcultures of today. I like the definition on Wikipedia personally. E-girls and e-boys are an evolution of emo, scene, mall goth fashion combined with Japanese street fashion such as anime, cosplay, kawaii, and Lolita fashion, and K-pop fashion. Evolution of e-girls. Who coined the term e-girl though, and when? According to Orizoria.com, the oldest definition on Urban Dictionary is from 2009 and describes e-girls as always after the D and very online women, although I could no longer find this definition on Urban. The oldest definition I did find was from 2009 though, but it was defined as a guy who pretends to be a girl on online communities or games for humor or sexual meetings. This definition has a fair amount of downvotes, so maybe it wasn't accurate to the 2009 cultural definition, but I also imagine a lot of those downvotes are from more recent people that know the term e-girl no longer means that. Wikipedia also states that e-girl originated in the late 2000s as an objectifying pejorative against women perceived to be seeking out male attention online. Use of the term e-girl was also found on Tumblr, and it was inspired by emo and scene culture. Then, in 2013, e-girls were defined on Urban as girls seeking the attention of gamer guys. In 2014, defined as an internet slut who tries to get attention and money from gamers. The key difference between these definitions and the 2009 definition is that in 2013 and 14, e-girls don't just seek online male attention. They want online gamer male attention. Today's e-girl. Today in 2022 though, this is the definition of an e-girl according to Urban Dictionary. It has split into two different versions. The first version plays video games, is online, and also sells oneself for attention and money. For this definition, many people may think of Belle Delphine, who sold her gamer girl bathwater, albeit as a grand joke that was taken too seriously. The second modern definition has no mention of video games, but instead focuses solely on the appearance of being edgy. E-girls and the influence of Japanese culture. It's uncertain exactly when this cutesy, kawaii aesthetic entered the e-girl definition, but quirky, cute cartoons have always been involved in the emo and scene aesthetic that e-girls derive from, like Pokemon onesies and Invader Zim, not to mention the similar bright hair colors as well. And as the term e-girls shifted from internet thought to edgy internet thought, it makes natural sense that the two fields of dark edginess and cute stuff would blend together once more, but this time with more influence from Japan, thanks to anime and cute mascots like Hello Kitty and Sanrio. Also, a lot of prevalent animes were released in the US in the early 2000s, and also Attack on Titan in 2014, which was pretty significant in getting more American kids to watch anime. Also popular at the time was Ramona Flowers in the 2010 Scott Pilgrim film, Sailor Moon, which had a resurgence due to the 2014 reboot, Hello Kitty, which had a resurgence in the early 2010s, and Avril Lavigne, an emo icon who released her song Hello Kitty in 2013. Plus, Japan has one of the largest video game markets in the world and is also a big part of their pop culture, so it makes sense that video game aesthetic would follow. I do believe that it makes sense that people drawn to one alternative culture are also drawn to another alternative culture simply because it fits their identity of adopting things that are outside the mainstream. E-girls being fake gamers. This is an additional theory of why gaming became so heavily tied to e-girls, which was originally just an internet harlot. Hear me out. If the definition of an e-girl started off as simply a woman online trying to get money out of men, then who are the men online that will most likely pay for a female's attention? Probably not the Chads of the world, but the Delvins of the world. And wouldn't you get more attention from Delvin if you shared interests with him? Please note, I'm not saying that all e-girls play video games simply for male attention. That's absolutely ridiculous. What I'm saying is that women online who received income from male attention maybe adopted this gamer aesthetic in order to relate more to their audience and potentially stand out from other women online who are selling provocative photos or female companionship. Because the internet is frankly oversaturated with lewd photos and hot girls, so what makes you stand out? Gaming. That's just a theory though, my own personal theory. The Twitch era. Another super significant event in the history of e-girls is that in 2011, 2 years before gamer was tagged on to the e-girl definition, Twitch launched its public beta. For anyone who doesn't know, Twitch is a video game streaming website and you can subscribe to streamers and give them donations. So perhaps the idea of women seeking online male attention became tied to video games, partially because of Twitch. Live streaming in the US prior to Twitch wasn't really a big thing as far as I know, besides cam girls. So you see a girl live streaming, but this time playing video games on some random new website called Twitch, and ah yes, it must be a slutty girl trying to infiltrate the gaming community for profit. But were the majority of women playing video games on Twitch at the time actually just doing it for money? Or just a handful? Maybe, and by maybe I mean almost definitely, the majority of women are actually interested in video games and simply want to stream doing something they like Pokimane, who started streaming in 2013. And people just called them attention whores because, well, they're sexist. But the new, lighter, and nicer word for attention whore is e-girl. See a woman doing a man's thing, oh, well, she must be doing it for attention. Also, I can't neglect to mention the fact that if a male streamer were streaming in their underwear, they would not be nearly as sexualized as a female in their underwear. So just because a streamer's boobs are somewhat visible does not mean that they intend to be sexualized. It's literally just their body. E-girls is the cousin of pick-me girls. I think that the term e-girl is very related to the term pick-me girl. It's coded with the exact same sexism, but this time with a different aesthetic. The pick-me girl is more bro-y, likes sports, video games, hangs with the boys, while the e-girl is more cute and also likes video games. Two different types of women aesthetically, but both of them pick their interests solely for male attention. Overall, honestly, the term e-girl and pick-me-girl just sounds like it's coded with a nice little coating of sexism, just my opinion. Are there e-girls and pick-me-girls who adopt new interests solely for male attention? Yes. Yes, of course. Whether it's conscious or subconscious, it does happen. But I personally think that we point fingers at women far more than this actually happens. Plus, is it really that bad to do something for male attention? Unless you're hurting someone else, like putting down other women, no harm, no foul. The ethics of profiting from the male gaze. My final question is about the ethics of profiting from the patriarchy as a woman. Women who purposefully wear a push-up bra and a revealing shirt while playing video games with the intent of attracting male attention, put on a cutesy voice, or whatever sort of performance for the male gaze, and profit from that at the same time, are they unethical? Some people think that women like this online are perpetuating negative stereotypes of women by giving the idea that women don't actually like male things and we're bad at video games, and that the only reason you would follow a female gaming creator is because they're hot. But honestly, I don't think that e-girls, I'm referring to the seeking male attention definition of e-girls, are a primary cause of female stereotypes in the gaming community. Rather, I think they are a product of it. A woman's appearance and body is treated as a commodity, so that's what some of us do. I mean, if women have to deal with all the negatives and sexism of being a female, you might as well benefit where you can, right? Kind of like the mentality. There are no good actors in capitalism. You are not evil for participating in capitalism simply because you have to survive. Individual women refusing to engage in the commodification of femininity will not lessen sexism, in my opinion. Femininity and womanhood will be commodified whether we like it or not, whether accepted or not, whether ethical or not, whether legal or not. So let women profit off their own physicality if they want to, and respect them and protect them if they do choose to do so. I'll admit that sometimes people do think negatively of me when I say that I've streamed on Twitch. So there is the argument, Are these titty e-girls making it harder for other women to stream on Twitch because they're making us seem like fake gamers and attention whores? You know, maybe a little bit, but 110% there would still be people questioning the validity of females in the gaming space, regardless of whether or not you have titty e-girls or whatever streaming on Twitch, because it's predominantly been a male-dominated activity. Sorry if this video was jumbled, a lot of this is just my thoughts. Comments, disagreements, and additional points are definitely welcome, just please be respectful and open-minded if you do decide to leave one.